we were trying to figure this out, knowing we didn't have the right structure. At first, he was going to go approach Ted to take, the beam, and that's what led to this whole discussion.
Yeah. So it almost didn't happen, right? It got close, and Rob stepped in, and then it did happen, and yesterday happened, and here we are.
There were many. It's like so many other projects where you think of raising a multi-ton piece of metal and keeping it preserved, and then raising the money. And it's just inspiring now to look back and say, there's lots we can do.
For a lot of people, I remember it was the saying, the graffiti, which was, I think a lot of people focused on that, but the actual bridge itself, Rob mentioned this, engineering marvel from the early 1900s to be able to do this with the resources they had back then. It's a miracle, and that to him was more significant, that we preserve that engineering and construction piece of history as much as the art.
You're very right, Bart. And what struck Ted and I and really spurred us to keep with this is that this is listed in historicbridges.org. And it was stated as a bridge under threat. There's a lot of work to preserve older bridges. This is one that is community specific because of the nature of its construction, and it specifically says bridges like this did not exist in communities the size of Jackson back in the 1900s. And we know we were a powerhouse at one time. And what was really meaningful to me, trudging around as they tore down pieces of that metal, so there's a torched Carnegie steel signature. This is like too cool. And then the rivets. And my dad was a welder, so all of these things, really resonate with me. And I think that Rob gets it, Rob Lemonstall and Ted, the amount of history and the metal that went into that.
Yeah. I was mentioning yesterday, I thought, you and I could recreate a photo. We could have lunch on top of the beam, like the old iron workers from New York. We happen to have that photo somehow.
We have that
here,
photo.
so I was thinking.
My gosh!
Now, don't you think you were considering it yesterday? What do you think? Do you think you'd go up there and have a sandwich?
Maybe we could do that for our spring dedication when our plaque is ready.
But it would only be 10 feet off the ground, so it would be much safer here.
We'd wire you in.
We'd have Rob and we'd have
I'll
some
have a
equipment.
harness.
Yeah.
So the patina of the new steel is going to match the patina of the ancient steel. Rob's going to age it, so it's going to be. There's still a little more work to do.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's the part of a new Christoph Park, as you called it yesterday, but it's going to be a great art space. So we're looking forward to seeing many more visits over there.
Thanks for all that you and Ted and Rob and Randy and everybody did to make this happen.
You're very welcome. I think that the opportunity to create a park-like area there, as Ted said, on the north side and have these community common gathering spaces where people can come together, just like Bright Walls, has done, and have people enjoy the out of doors is just going to be terrific. And it's an example of a lot of teamwork and diverse people coming together. And I do want to thank our donor base, because this needed, people. And then we had Wilby Concrete and Mercer, and of course Rob. They donated their time and all of that equipment.
Right.
It's a very expensive process.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
You're very welcome.
Georgia Fatasic on The Morning Show, which continues after this.
Strike while the grill is hot at Suburban Lanes on Ann Arbor Road in Jackson. Dining, cocktails, amazing food, including their hot beef sandwich, and bowling offers a great time for the entire family. But that's not all. Make your reservation in our renovated banquet room for any event or occasion that seats up to 80 people. Bring your own food or catering is available. Check out our website for a full list of events, leagues, restaurant menu, and more at suburbanlanesofjackson.com. Strike it big at Suburban Lanes, where pins fall and the good times roll.
The Frank Center for the Arts in downtown Marshall is your destination for live music and entertainment. Experience world-class performances in an upscale historic setting. Visit thefrank.org. The Frank Center of the Arts, intimate venue, ultimate experience.
Make someday today with a home equity loan or line of credit from American One Credit Union. Home equity loans and lines of credit can give you access to money for home improvements, college tuition, vacations, emergencies, or even debt consolidation. Take advantage of fewer fees and a convenient and uncomplicated application process. Visit AmericanOneCU.org for full details. Federally insured by the NCUA.
The kind of people who value fairness, compassion, and integrity. These are the people who work at the Michigan Department of Corrections. Come join them. We offer great pay and benefits, paid training, and we have immediate openings for corrections officers, healthcare and mental health professionals, food service workers, and more. Go to michigan.gov/MDOC jobs to learn more. MDOC, good jobs for good people.
Since 1873, Spring Arbor University has gone by many names, but one thing has remained constant: our commitment to providing an intentionally Christ-centered education for all. Spring Arbor University graduates are leading the way in nearly every field and industry. We believe that spiritual growth goes hand in hand with academic discovery, an idea that has been core to our mission for 150 years. Let your light shine at Spring Arbor University.
Some things in your medicine cabinet are more dangerous than others. When it comes to prescription drugs, opioid pain medicines can be addictive and even deadly. Half the people who misuse prescription pain medicines get them from a friend or family member. Be part of the solution. Go through your medicine cabinets, drawers, anywhere you keep unused opioid pills, patches, or syrups. Find out how to dispose of them safely. Visit fda.gov/drug disposal.
True Community Credit Union is more than a financial institution. We want to be your partner in writing your life story. Become a member today at trueccu.com. As a member, you will have access to enhanced technology, easy-to-use digital banking, and free financial resources to help you manage your finances. Unlock the power of membership and become a member today at trueccu.com.
This Friday, we hope to see you downtown for the Downtown Jackson Christmas Parade right on Michigan Ave. Starts at 6 o'clock, and then afterwards, there's an afterglow at Flagstar. Children can visit Santa and Mrs. Claus. So check that out this Friday downtown, a tradition unlike anything else. JSO has music on tap that you are invited to. Bart, you always like to pronounce this one for me.
We learned how to pronounce it yesterday after a lot of debate. It is.
This is Saturday's show, 8 o'clock at Weatherwax Hall, featuring
Jenga Fanique.
That's right, Jenga Fanique.
D is silent.
That's right, Jazz Night. Also, want to invite everyone to the Turkey Trot Thanksgiving morning. You can sign up right now. Hope to see everyone down there. Thanksgiving tradition.
Joining us now is the Assistant Superintendent for Communications and Community Relations at JPS, Christianetti. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Again, I saw you at the Steel Magnolias the other night.
Yeah, that was wonderful. Yeah, Kat's a good friend of mine, and it was a great show.
Great show.
Unbelievable. And nice to see the symphony there that night and the art show. A lot going on at the college, for sure.
And I saw you at Grow Jackson's annual dinner.
Yeah, we have a great partnership with those guys, and they're in all of our schools, so that's a really big thing for us. Yeah,
that's awesome. There's photographic proof.
Oh, look at me! I was there.
You were there.
That was a fun Thursday night.
Yeah, that's Jennifer Coppin, far to the right. She's one of our 4th grade teachers, and then that's Lois Dunning in the middle, our communication specialist.
Yeah, nice event, and you all keyed into the color theme of the night, fall harvest.
Harvesty.
Yes, harvesty.
Yes, I'm sure I thought of that.
Well, we appreciate JPS being a part of the morning show as we are about to kick off a new season of Believe the Hype.
We are, yeah. I think we appreciate it more than you know. I think these segments, along with, Jeff's going to be on later today and all those things that you guys do for us, but these segments that Brandon actually edits for us are fantastic. I mean, they have given us a whole new way to share information about what we're doing in the schools in a very comfortable setting with questions answered, right?
Yeah.
So
what I love about it is parents or whoever can learn about the people that are really affecting their kids' lives in a different way, right?
Names to faces, right?
Yeah.
So and also there's just a lot of information, and a 2-second interview doesn't do it, right? So these sit-down conversations really get at what we're trying to let people know, but also give a lot of information.
One thing that I've learned just from watching these, and every time Brandon and Adam come back, is the great people that you have. You have really, really good people there.
I know. Who just absolutely hate me when I tell them they're going to be in an interview, because I don't ask, I just say, guess what you're doing, But they all come. I think that's one of the things, right? So it's not live, so it's super easy. It's just us having a conversation. Your staff is super patient, right? They just they just let us talk, and then they edit us and make us look good, but get the information across. But yeah, and everybody wants to do it, right? Because we get a lot of questions at board meetings, or we get a lot of opinions that people think aren't happening, right?
Sure.
And we can say we're doing these things, but how do we tell you with fidelity and all the information, right? So we love these segments, absolutely do.
Another thing I like is you get to see all the facilities of JPS, which so many of them are brand new that it's really cool to be able to showcase all the work of the bond and all the cool places our kids are learning.
One of the things I think is interesting is how people don't really understand the school districts and how many schools, like I have a lot of parents at one elementary not realizing that we have 6 other elementaries, so they don't even realize that there's more to JPS than just their own school.
Right. Yeah, we had a young man on our show yesterday. He's big brother, big sister, little of the month, and he's all excited because he's moving to Montessori. And I told him the food's good there.
It's very good. Food's good everywhere. Brand does an amazing job.
Yeah, it's amazing just kind of in general how like that part of school has changed so much over the years. It's like,
and we used to live for the square pizza. Right?
I think is it like our generation like not accepting that? It's like we need better food.
Yes, the middle generation, right? Yeah. No, Brandt's one of our series. So in this series, we do a lot of that. What I'm trying to get across is things that are going on in the district that affect our students, but that are supportive to not just our students, but our families and our teachers. And we are doing a series with Brandt as well.
Yeah, and most of my school memories are about the food. Yeah. Good and bad.
Good and bad, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you had a different school experience than I had.
Well, my first memory of food at school, I brought my thermos filled with Coca-Cola. And it was a bad choice because it exploded halfway through the morning.
Now it would be confiscated.
I think it's time now for Believe the Hype.
I think
Let's
so.
do it. Chris Gianetti with a Believe the Hype.
Hi, I'm Chris Gianetti, the Assistant Superintendent at Jackson Public Schools, and today I'm here with our HR Director, Jessica Carter. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. Today we're going to have a conversation. A lot has been going on in the schools and after COVID, and we talk a lot about the students, but there's a lot of pressure and stress on our staff, and so I know that we put in a lot of supports for them, and I just kind of want to talk about some of those. So what is one of the supports that you have going on?
Well, I actually want to talk about two. It's one thing but kind of two-pronged, and it focuses on well-being and the mental health of all of our employees and our contractors, which is a big deal, right? So for our full-time employees, we offer two things. The first is our Employee Assistance Program, which is our EAP, It's through One America, and it offers legal guidance. It helps draw up legal paperwork, things like if you're adopting, if you're getting a divorce, wills, if you want to draw up a will for your family, totally free to the employee. All these services are. And the other thing it does is provide some mental health things like counseling, mental health services, call in person. Again, it's completely free. That, however, is just for our full-time employees. And then we offer JobStar. You know about JobStar. I'm pretty passionate about JobStar. And it is a partnership with United Way. And it includes anything that would impede an employee from getting to work. It could be food insecurity. It could be transportation problems. It could be childcare. Maybe they can't get to work because they don't have any childcare. It could be needing help with paperwork, DHHS paperwork, and that is free to all our employees and all our contractors. Doesn't matter how many hours a week you work, we will help. And we actually have a JobStar success coach, and she is at Hunt every Monday morning and at Jackson High every Tuesday morning to help our employees.
So what kind of response, let's talk about the EAP first.
Sure.
Like, what kind of response have you had so far, and have you had a lot of employees reaching out and using the service?
We have. It's pretty new. So yes, once people really found out about it, it became a little bit more popular. It's still new. It's still in its infancy with Jackson Public Schools. The JobStar is really blown up. We get a lot with that. But that is because we do have a representative, I think, in our buildings who will come completely confidential. You can walk in, you can call, you can email her, and we can provide her email address. But it is available also on the website, on the JPS website under For Staff.
And I think sometimes we forget that teachers and all staff have just everyday lives where things get in the way, and schools are very different than a lot of jobs where you don't have a lot of flexibility to take time off to go to a doctor's appointment or to make an appointment if you're going through a divorce or any sort of issue, that you can just take time off.
Can't work from home. You just can't.
No, and that's just different than the regular workforce. In terms of our employees, I know that we also offer support when there's an incident in the schools, right? Like, so if we have something that happens to one of our students, I think we offer a lot of counseling services as well.
Yes, for sure. That if anything happens to a student, God forbid, if anything happens to a staff member, we will provide social work services, counseling services, and round the clock. We will make sure that those get out, get to the buildings, and we correspond with parents in a lot of different ways, as you know. We will let everybody know in the buildings, the staff, where they're going to be on staff, what time, and how they can reach out.
And then we have a tremendous, I think, HR department. So can you talk a little bit about each one of your employees in HR? They actually are some of the nicest, kindest people I have ever met who really care, including yourself.
Good. Well, thank you. I am so fortunate. We have Sarah Ebersole, who is our HR generalist. She knows a little bit and a lot about everything. She is a go-to person for anything you need HR. And then Carrie Putman is our benefits coordinator. And she's just so good. I couldn't be happier with the staff that we have in HR. And I want to talk a little bit about Nicole Scott too. She's our payroll person. She's not directly in my department, but she does work with us very closely. So good. Open door policies, you can contact them anytime.
Yeah, I have found them to be just amazing. And then I guess the other thing too, that as we see these services grow and be used more, what would you like employees to know about how to connect with these folks and how to get there, and what process they need to go through?
Sure, absolutely. And if you're talking about like JobStar and the EAP, once again, I want to point out, completely confidential. All the information is out on our For Staff website. We're also going to be emailing everybody shortly after this goes out because I want everybody to have easy access to it. They will have all the phone numbers, the emails, the websites, and again, 24-hour policy. I know our JobStar rep checks emails all times of day, and she's really quick about corresponding.
Yeah, it's been a great partnership with United Way to do that. Awesome. And I don't think people realize how much support is needed. And sometimes people get very concerned about asking for help because they don't want anybody to know their business and stuff. I love that this is confidential.
100% confidential.
Yeah. Anything else you want to tell us about what you got going on with employees?
I think that's a big deal. Both those things are pretty big.
Yeah, it really is. I think we do a lot here at JPS to support our staff, and in a time when it's definitely needed, for sure.
100%.
Thanks for coming today.
At the YMCA, our mission is centered on fostering vibrant communities where every individual can flourish. That's why our annual Strong Communities campaign is paramount. Your support enables us to offer life-saving swim lessons, sponsor children for camp experiences, coach youth sports teams, and provide specialized health programs like Turning Point for breast cancer survivors and Rocksteady Boxing for those with Parkinson's disease. Your contributions directly impact lives in your community. Join us in our mission to make a difference. Together, let's build stronger, healthier, and more inclusive communities for everyone. YMCA, for a better us.
Welcome to the David Rice Show, your dynamic source for all things Jackson sports. From high school games to the Spartans and Wolverines, we're covering it all. NFL highlights, area golf tournaments, and so much more. Join us as we showcase local athletes and bring you the biggest sports news you don't want to miss. New episodes Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on JTV and wherever you get your podcasts. Let's celebrate Jackson sports together.
The Medicare Advantage and Prescription Drug Plan annual enrollment period is upon us. From October 15th till December 7th, all Medicare Part A and B beneficiaries may review their coverage and make a change for next year. If you need help with this, call me, Dan Greer, aka Dan the Man Insurance, etc. I'm your local independent agent. I'll evaluate your wants, needs, budget, medications, health conditions, and doctors to find the plan that fits you like a glove. Please call me today, 517-787-4607.
The Jackson Area Transportation Authority's Ride to Wellness program is a premium and dependable ride service available to all residents of Jackson County. With a quick call to Rides to Wellness, you or a loved one can be picked up at home by a friendly, professionally trained driver and taken to and from doctor's appointments, the pharmacy, or any other wellness activity. Customer service is the #1 priority for Rides to Wellness. Give us a call or check out the JATA website for more information on Rides to Wellness.
With 47 years of experience in the asphalt business, Farrell Executive Seal Coating has the most hands-on experience in the area. For commercial to industrial to residential. We specialize in crack filling, patching, seal coating, line stripping, and color coating. Don't leave your asphalt unprotected to the everyday elements, leaving you with cracks and potholes. Call Farrell Executive Seal Coating for a free estimate today. If you wait, it may be too late. Farrell Executive Seal Coating, let us seal the deal.
Family owned and operated, make professional tree care your choice when it comes to your property. Our certified arborist will examine your landscape and handle all your trimming and maintenance needs. From tree removal to tree trimming and stump grinding to lot clearing, PTC gets the job done. Professional Tree Care is proud to serve members of the Jackson community using cutting edge equipment, and your satisfaction is our guarantee. Visit us online at ptcjackson.com or call 517-499-2820.
We have breaking news from the Jackson YMCA, Bart.
Yeah, they're going to be having their grand opening. The new front entrance is going to be open on the 25th. The new lobby, the new kids zone, Henry Ford Wellness Center, and the Universal Locker Room all open on the 25th. So that'll be the big day. First of many.
Yeah.
The completion is still set for May of 2025.
We will be there. The Jackson District Library has their holiday open house that you are invited to. It's going on from the 20th to the 24th, and the bake sale is November 22nd, Friday, 4:30 to 6:30, so check that out right before the downtown Christmas parade. I want to thank the Insurance Circle Agency for helping us bring you today's show, proudly located in both Jackson and Battle Creek. Over 25 years of business insurance expertise. Get the conversation started by contacting Dave Rice, 517-888-5027, the Insurance Circle Agency.
It's time for this month's American One Credit Union Financial Wellness and Fraud Fighters episode, and we welcome from American One Risk Specialist Aaron Sapinski and Financial Wellness Specialist Tom Harris. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
Doing really well.
Good.
Well, we should start with congratulations to Thomas. He's a newlywed.
Yes,
And
freshly new.
Awesome.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Very
exciting.
lucky.
Very exciting.
It's an American One love story too, isn't it?
Yes, we both met at American One, and we've been together for almost 3 years now. So.
Did you meet at the ATM or at the teller
We actually
line?
worked at the same branch for a
Okay.
little bit, and then we went separate ways, and then we started talking.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Very
Wow.
cool.
And yeah, she's engaged.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome, exciting times
Yeah,
for our fraud fighters.
Something in the water at American One.
Yeah, something is.
All right, you know, we love to get the latest on being protected when it comes to holding on to our money. And investment scams are one area where people are losing a lot, their whole fortune.
Yep, the dream is to make it big with all of your money, and the next thing you know, it's just gone. You think your investment scam that or the investment that you've found, it's too good to be true. You're thinking you're going to get these amazing returns, and it could be right away or further down the line, depending on what you're involved in, and then you just have no money left.
What's the type of investment scam that we see from time to time?
Yeah, a lot of people are familiar with pyramid schemes.
Yes.
Yep, those are a big one, and they rely heavily on recruiting in order to build the scheme and then for the individuals involved to be paid. And we also have Ponzi schemes, which are something people hear about time and time again.
I have a lot of Facebook friends that are involved in both of those activities. I mean, so at some point they should stop.
One friend or another always falls for something.
Someone's selling something, right?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they're ancient, but they're still, people are they're still doing them.
They always have a new face on an old scam.
So how do we protect ourselves?
So you want to kind of keep an eye out for a lot of red flags. One really common one is feeling rushed to make an investment, like you're going to lose out if you don't invest right now. And you also might be looking out for really complex and unclear directions in your investment. You really don't know where your money's going or when you're going to see it again. You could be guaranteed high returns on your investment, and if it's too good to be true, it's too
No
good
one
to be
should
true.
be guaranteeing you anything in an investment return, correct?
No. Every investment has risk. You hear a lot of crypto right now. Crypto is big, buy low and sell it really high. Everybody's looking for the next Bitcoin. So, everybody's trying to get that next investment, but just be careful. There's a lot of them out there.
Yep, be very critical, do your research in any new investment that you're going to become involved in. It's a great idea to consult a financial advisor, and your financial institution may have experts as well that you can come and talk to before making a decision that could end up costing you a lot of money.
And some of those Ponzi schemes, people that you know, your friends and family, they may be victims and they're passing their victimness on to you.
Correct, yep, it does spread from friend to friend through social media. And it's very hard sometimes to realize you are involved in these kinds of schemes before it's too late.
Yeah.
Tommy?
My uncle has this great idea.
Yeah. If you buy enough toilet paper and then you get people to sell toilet paper, you'll make a lot more money off the toilet paper, Bart. Tommy, let's talk a little bit about CODs. And you see CODs advertised here and there, different rates, different terms.
Yeah.
Let's walk us through them a little bit. How can they be? What are they?
So CDs are just certificate of deposits. They're an investment vehicle that some people use to lock their money away so they can't touch it, and they're earning money on it more than their normal savings account. Typically, savings accounts, you're only earning like 0.25, and a lot of these CDs nowadays, they're upward of 4%. So if you're trying to set yourself up for success in the future, it's a great opportunity to make sure that your money is earning money for you.
Do you have to be certain that you're not going to need that money for the period of time that you're putting it into the investment?
So ideally, you're going to want to make sure you have a little bit of time because there's set terms for what interest rate you're going to get. So either a 6 month to a couple years, your interest rate dictates on how long that money's locked up for. So for me, everybody's different. You got to contact a financial advisor to find best practices for you. But for me, I found the best way is putting my emergency fund in a short-term CD. So mine is a 6 month CD that every 6 months it rolls back over, and if something happens, there is a small penalty that I'm going to pay, but my emergency fund is growing, and it's setting me up for if something happens, like a tree falls on a roof, something like that, the money's there so you can have it.
So for you, how do you determine how much you want to have in an emergency fund?
Yeah, so you want to make sure you're still paying your bills. A lot of people are like, put as much money into it, put a ton of money. Make sure you are setting a monthly budget. That is huge. Not enough people put it in a budget. Once you can set that budget up, make sure you're putting only like 5% or so into it. But everybody's different. Sit down with a financial coach, a financial advisor, and they can help you set these up.
IRA is another investment tool. Is that different from a CD and how that money is stored at the credit union?
Yeah, so an IRA is an individual retirement account. So this is just set up for your retirement. It's slightly different than a CD, but they kind of work the same. There is actually 2 different IRAs, a traditional and a Roth, and the only thing that's different is the taxes and when you're going to pay them. But it's kind of set the same way where their terms dictate how much interest you're going to earn off that money. But really, you sit down with your financial advisor, they'll tell you which one you want to do. Roth is just so that you're paying taxes before you hit retirement, and the traditional is you're paying taxes once you hit retirement.
And if anyone has any questions or is worried that they might be falling victim to a scam, you can contact the Fraud Fighters right here in town, thefraudfighters.org.
Here's a scam. I was in Ireland a couple weeks ago, and before I went, someone said, buy me a ticket to the Irish sweepstakes. So I got over there and I asked somebody who's a bookie, and he said there is no Irish sweepstakes. It's one of the biggest scams going. So I said, yeah.
Every place has a scam.
Yeah,
Everywhere does.
I have tickets to the Irish sweepstakes if anyone needs any. Thank you guys so much for being with us today.
Of course.
Thank you.
Appreciate you having us on.
Tommy and Aaron from American One. More of the morning show right after this.
Step into history at the Michigan Theater of Jackson. Catch live performances, classic films, and special events in our beautifully restored iconic venue. For tickets and event information, go to michigantheater.org.
MVP Sports has been providing the Jackson area with the finest custom apparel and select promotional items since 2006. We can take your corporate event, Employee Appreciation Day, or golf outing to the next level with expertly crafted shirts, hats, jackets, coolers, and even golf bags. As always, you can count on MVP for all your sports and school apparel too. No matter what your needs, MVP Sports has the equipment, knowledge, and expertise to make sure every order comes out just right. Whether it's embroidery or screen print, with outstanding customer service and design services, we make outfitting your crew or team a breeze. Stop in today and let's turn your ideas into reality. MVP Sports Store, 5000 Ann Arbor Road in Jackson.
Welcome to Monday Mornings, the podcast where local leaders and entrepreneurs connect.
I didn't want to be forgotten. I didn't want to be erased.
We know there's always more to learn and more to give. Join us as we shine a light on inspiring leaders, uncovering the secrets behind their personal and professional success.
So how do you get from Seeing Creek to Hollywood and beyond?
Our mission? To inspire dreamers everywhere and spark positive energy.
And he did. He goes, you will become what you think about the most.
Listen online at jtv.tv or wherever you get your podcasts, and connect with us on the Monday Mornings Facebook page.
Life can be a whirlwind of responsibilities, leaving little time for what truly matters, quality family time. With Keeping It Clean, your trusted residential cleaning, our dedicated team will work tirelessly to ensure your home is clean so you don't have to lift a finger. We give you back the precious gift of time, more moments for laughter, and time to cherish memories with your loved ones. Call us at 517-990-5772 to book your cleaning today. Keeping It Clean, a clean home for a happy family.
Asthma Allergy Centers can help you breathe freely. Since 1980, our board-certified specialists have provided testing and treatment for a wide variety of asthma and allergy-related conditions, including immunodeficiencies and skin problems. No referrals are necessary, and we accept any insurance or no insurance. You can even use our mobile app to check in and pay. Come see us at our Jackson office or one of our multiple offices in Southwest Michigan.
At Southern Michigan Bank and Trust, local banking means more than just financial services. It's about trust and personal connections. Whether you need help with personal accounts or business solutions, our team is here to help you every step of the way. SMBT has been investing in Jackson and is here to serve. Visit them downtown at the 200 or check out their new branch coming soon to the corner of Horton and Weatherwax in Summit Township. Southern Michigan Bank and Trust. Ready for better banking? Switch today. Welcome back to the morning show on JTV. We want to thank our sponsor of the day, and it is Ahern Family Chiropractic. Thanks to Kurt Ahern. And they're sponsoring the Scholar Athlete of the Week on JTV Sports, so check that out, jtv.tv. Thanks to Ahern Family Chiropractic.
Yeah, and be sure and check out our Athlete of the Week.
Yeah, definitely.
Who's on the show tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we have a wonderful show. We're going to have the sneaker cam with Dr. Wadwa. He will be here. We'll have Jason Norris, who is the owner of Crimson Oak Wood Company. And then we'll also have Jacob Inocencio, who's the founder at Grow Jackson.
Later today, we have joining me, Jeff Beal, JPS Superintendent, from the Jackson Police Department, Deputy Chief Sergio Garcia and Sergeant Justin Thorson, Kyle Hockley, Kyle Hockley from Picture This, Jackson, Shannon McGrath, Carol Briggs, Ed Hatfield, and Katie Osman, all lined up for 1 o'clock. We'll see you then.
Today on Food Circus, we head back to beautiful downtown Albion, Michigan to showcase two of the many amazing businesses in the area. Foundry Bakehouse and Deli, as well as Superior Street Mercantile. First, we visit Foundry Bakehouse and Deli. The Foundry attracts visitors from Albion and the surrounding areas. And I can see why. It's located on the ground floor of the historic Peabody Building in downtown. They're a built-from-scratch local business serving breakfast and lunch with in-season ingredients from local food artisans. They'll even make custom cakes. Dine in or take out, and catering is available. The Foundry is key to the town's redevelopment and local economy, and they have so much to offer. Owner Emily Verbecki tells us more about this fabulous place.
So the Foundry really is a continuation of Albion's long history of taking from almost nothing, raw material, raw metal, and making it into something great and amazing and useful. So for us, we're just continuing that on with flour and sugar and salt and yeast to make things like bread, cookies, donuts, pastries, muffins, all like pretty much anything you think of. And then we go that next step and we take our bread and put it on great sandwiches. If you're more on the salad side, we've got great things on the salad side too. So this is really a continuation and the continued story of Albion and the value of taking things, making with your hands and supporting your community and supporting your family.
Are these all from Albion?
Yeah, so
I assume they would be.
So Albion, actually, some of the foundries had their own photographers, and so they took many of these photos and then had them kind of in newsletters. The Albion History Room was very kind enough to let us to scan a lot of the photos that they have in their archives and then reprint them onto photos here and to be able to showcase those parts and pieces. So we will have people who work there will come and talk to their grandkids about parts of the foundry and what it was. My grandfather is actually in this photo here. We didn't even plan it.
Incredibly clear.
Yeah, so
they turned out so nice.
Yep, and then we actually have one of, I think, Albion's oldest residents. He's still alive. He's in this other picture over here.
The Foundry has amazing food and amazing bread. So baker Amanda Clement is going to give me a sample of one of their favorites. I'm so excited. She showed me this bread, which, I mean, look at that. It is incredible. Tell me a little bit about this.
All right, this is our harvest grain bread. It's got 2 kinds of seeds on the inside. Gets brushed with egg wash, 2 kinds of seeds on the outside, and then you get the score.
Yeah.
It goes in our deck ovens. When we steam the bread, it gets that nice crust on it.
It looks amazing. I was gonna say, and then do you score the top with the knife, and then it kind of does its own thing, huh, in the oven?
Yep, before you put it in the proofer, then it just kind of like opens up and...
It really has a nice crust, even without being toasted.
You can taste the molasses in it too a little bit for some sweetness.
Sesame.
And poppy seeds.
And poppy seeds. Toast and butter, hook me up. Just look at this all-star lineup of bread they have to offer. English muffin, brioche, foundry white, oatmeal wheat, sourdough, marble rye, cinnamon swirl, rosemary olive oil, harvest grain, and ciabatta. I'll be sure to try them all. Now we're on to the amazing bacon breakfast sandwich. All right, Emily's back here now by the ovens, and I see some beautiful bread and cheese.
Yes.
What's
so
rock and rolling?
Right now we've got our egg and some bacon getting finished off. This is kind of how we do our breakfast sandwiches. So we do not make them necessarily ahead of time. They're made to order because you want it to be hot and delicious. So good. So it does take a few extra minutes. You know, really good things.
Yes.
Take a little extra time.
That's right.
So we've got those in the oven right now, but this is our egg bun. We make it for hamburgers. This has got some good heft to it, so it really holds on to our egg, but we have brioche buns that have sesame seeds that are delicious for hamburgers,
whatever.
And pulled pork.
Some beautiful bacon there.
Yep. And it's on eggs.
Yes.
They're like a scrambled egg, but they have some extra leaven added to them to make it very delicious.
And that cheese just melted so wonderfully on that bun.
Yes. So it is hot.
Wow, look at this.
You want to give that a try.
The egg is creamy. A little different. Very good.
Some people really enjoy putting it on one of our bagels. Makes it like extra
really
big
good.
meal. Our Cope sandwich is one of our most popular ones. It has turkey and apple slices, which you might think doesn't go on a sandwich, but it's really good all year long. It's kind of light, but filling, so you don't have to really like, if you're looking for something a little bit lighter than what, and then we get cheddar cheese to go on it. We'll put some turkey on this. And then this is our herb mayo that we make in-house that really pairs very well with our apple slices. Some apple slices on it and a little bit of lettuce.
I can't believe that. Look at that. It doesn't get any, really, the bread is like so ultra soft. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. The mayo's very good too. The apple flavor is not overpowering at all. What you really get is like what she said, the crispness. You get that crunch from the apple, you know, right? And it's as crispy, if not more, than the lettuce, okay? The food at the Foundry Bakehouse and Deli is truly incredible. And we're just getting started. More from Foundry Bakehouse and Deli and a visit to Superior Street Mercantile after these messages. Stay tuned.
Since 1958, Catholic Charities has provided an array of human services, specializing in quality care for families, individuals, and children. We offer professional counseling services, foster care and adoption, senior transportation, and much more. You don't have to be Catholic to receive help. Services are offered regardless of one's faith or ability to pay, welcoming you with open arms. Catholic Charities of Jackson, Lenawee, and Hillsdale counties, providing help, creating hope.
At Southern Michigan Bank and Trust, we're more than a bank, we're your neighbors. Whether it's personal or business needs, you're working with people who know you, understand your goals, and are committed to helping you succeed. SMBT has been investing in Jackson and is here to serve. Visit them downtown at the 200 or check out their new branch coming soon to the corner of Horton and Weatherwax in Summit Township. Southern Michigan Bank and Trust, local banking, personal connections, and the service you can trust.
Keep the magic alive at the Michigan Theater of Jackson. Your donations help preserve our historic venue and bring world-class entertainment to our community. Visit michigantheater.org to make a difference today.
We are back at Foundry Bakehouse and Deli, located on the ground floor of the historic Peabody Building in downtown Albion. Opened in 2019, the Foundry is the only locally owned bakery to open in Albion in decades. They are key to the town's redevelopment and local economy, and what they bring to the community is something every town should offer. Owner Emily Verbecki has already made a fabulous breakfast bacon sandwich and their popular Cope sandwich. Let's see what's next.
Well, we know, that a lot of our customers love a great Italian sub, because they've got lots of meat, lots of cheese.
Yep,
so
Tammy's
our
favorite.
Italian sub comes on our Italian sub bun. We have 2 cheeses. We do both mozzarella and provolone cheese on it. And then put that on there. We have both ham and salami on
Italian
our
style.
Yes, exactly.
Let's go.
And then we have a house-made muffaletta, which is, a lot of people ask about it. It's an olive spread primarily, but it's got some of that vinegar if you really like a olive oil and vinegar on your Italian sandwiches or whatnot.
Yep.
That'll kind of achieve a similar flavor for you.
It's really authentic. It's a really good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like olives, okay.
Sure.
It's very good. Very
Yep.
good.
And then we put banana peppers
Wow.
and slices of tomato on it.
Yeah, that is the real deals right there, man. Wow.
And what's really great is that we source a fair amount of our produce from the Mercantile. So it's a way for us to support a local business, help them continue to do business, and there's a really handsome delivery guy that happens to be my husband who brings down the things and ingredients that we need. How about that for you?
The Italian sandwich. Look at that.
So this is our shakeout.
The shakeout.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. Huh. Let's try this one. That has such a great chewing, that bottom of that sandwich bun, That's really good. And oh my gosh. That's really good ham. The flavors are just excellent. The salami, of course, that stands out always on that Italian sandwich. But the muffaletta too, it's very good. It's not overpowering at all. I mean, so don't worry. Like it would be worth trying it even on the side if you're not sure, because you will want to end up putting it on your sandwich. It almost just kind of adds like a depth of flavor.
This is our gate salad. It's definitely a meal altogether. A lot of people go like, that is plenty once they see the size of it. So we do tomatoes, shredded cheddar, red onions, and bacon, grilled chicken breast, and some egg that we slice up. And then
fresh avocado.
Yep. And then we can put, you can put any dressing on it that you like.
Heck
We have a whole variety of dressings and whatnot, but yeah, so this is a little bit on the lighter side, but
sandwiches,
great things.
Salads, breakfast sandwiches too. I'm just gonna try to get as much on there as I can, dude. Well, I mean, I want a little bit of it, like all the goodies, right? So a little bit of the egg, and I need some chicken and bacon, of course, and the lettuce, chicken.
And we really think that salads pair perfectly with dessert bars or cookies, so you can have a lot of balance in your life here at the bakery. You can have a salad and you can have a little something sweet too.
Or get it to go.
Right.
Excellent. As I would expect, okay? All this stuff is great. And now, this is one of the homemade items that you said you can get one type here and the other type is only available at the Mercantile.
Yeah. So, and it's really important for everybody to know that these are take and bake, so we do not serve them hot. You are the only one that has the pleasure of actually eating it hot. So,
my goodness sakes.
So our pot pies have chicken. It's a roux base, and it's cream. It's got corn, peas, potatoes in it. So my dad is not a green bean fan, so we don't have green beans in it. And but we make our crust here, fill in them and top them all in house.
And you always want to be careful because they'll just get you.
I know,
real
they
hot,
can get
you gotta
so
be careful,
fast.
but it smells so good. Wow. It has a nice little kind of sweetness to it. You know, just from the corn. I mean, because it doesn't taste like there's sugar in it. It's not like sweetened, okay? But it does have a natural sweetness, maybe from the crust.
Yeah,
too?
it is partly from the crust too.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's some of it is just the butter that's in the crust, the butter that's in the roux too will add and give some of that sweetness to it.
But it's real pretty. I mean, come on, it's got everything in there. So it doesn't have the green beans, but there's peas in there, and the carrots and corn, and of course the chicken, and the turkey is down the road, okay, which we might check out later. But you can only get these here or at Mercantile, and they're take and bake. So you just take them home and put them in the oven, eat them when you want to eat them. But boy, oh boy, yeah, that's really good.
It takes a team effort to make all these delicious baked goods, and Emily has a terrific group that works so great together. It takes a lot of time to make their donuts and cakes look this beautiful, but as you can see, it is well worth it. Now it's time to learn more about these amazing donuts.
We have a variety of both cake and yeast donuts, which is sort of the different leavening process on what gives donuts their nice lift.
Yeah.
So this is an example of our chocolate cake donut that we make into a cookies and cream.
Wow.
So it's got buttercream on the top of it. It's delicious.
Yes.
This is one of our house specialties, our foundry roll. It's a cinnamon swirled donut, obviously fried, with buttercream and nuts on top of it. We also offer it as a glazed. So if you're not a nut
Peanut
fan,
person? Yeah.
yep, exactly.
Wow.
And then these are some examples of sort of our yeast donuts. We do a standard yeast ring, but we do these braids, chocolate with sprinkles, chocolate on its own.
Love
Yep.
those.
And we do all of our fillings in-house. So this is a raspberry filled filling. Bismarck, so we do a variety of fillings. We'll play with them seasonally too for our fillings.
I like that.
And but this is just a little selection of all the, we have sour cream, which is your standard old-fashioned blueberry. Then we'll have like spiced and apple crisp and pumpkin donuts here coming out in the coming weeks.
Not far away. Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's right.
But cherries great in the winter and all that. So this is sort of some of the selection of donuts. And then I pulled out some selections to give examples of some of our dessert bars that we do. So this is a chocolate lasagna.
Yeah,
It's got a chocolate cookie bottom, a cream cheese whipped center. The chocolate middle is actually a whipped custard, and then whipped cream on top of it with some chocolate curls.
Unreal.
It's really good, awesome. And then we always have chocolate chunk cookies. We sort of joke about what kind of bakery could you be if we didn't have chocolate.
A real cookie?
Right.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I have to try that homemade filling. That's just what it's all about, right? Look at that. It looks just like your traditional raspberry-filled donut, but it's not. This is homemade. Tart, like it should be. Raspberry. That is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, so the bakery is really just a piece of our sort of community of businesses. I cannot go without saying how important Castor Concepts is, which is our family business. It's really the fire to it, and is a big part of why we're doing what we're doing. We really believe that Albion and the residents and visitors of Albion really deserve great things like this, like from scratch bread and great donuts. All those things that's a part of what you're looking for when you raise a family or find a place to retire or any of those kinds of things. So Castor's is really a part of helping to make sure that there's a great quality of life for its employees. It only helps for them in their longevity. And that's, my grandfather started it when he was in his late 60s after he was required to retire when he hit like 63, and he didn't want to just be done. He was still very committed to the community, to providing opportunities for jobs and places for people to work, and that's a part of our mission here, is to continue to do that, to continue to provide employment opportunities, workplaces, and a community gathering space here in the bakery for families to make memories, friends to come together,
You name it.
community people to come and make plans to use some inspiration in this beautiful downtown area as what Albion can continue to grow and be for a long time in the future.
Albion is growing, and you need to come to downtown to see for yourself. Now it's time for one more break. When we return, we visit another business that is key to the redevelopment and local economy to Albion, Superior Street Mercantile. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Mike Blair from Blair's Car Care, and this is my son Mike. On behalf of Blair's, we would like to thank you for 100 years of servicing your car needs. Thank you.
Blair's prides itself on the quality care we provide and the professional services we offer to our community. Whether it's simple or complex, Blair's will get your repairs done quickly and have you back on the road in no time. Call today and schedule an appointment at 517-782-8116.
At Western School District, we thrive on a tradition of excellence. Here you'll find world-class academics, athletics, and fine arts. You'll find hands-on learning, early college and dual enrollment, AP courses, and more. At Western, we're dedicated to the success of every student, including over 1,000 students who come to us through schools of choice. Western is the premier school district in Jackson County, with a new modern elementary school coming soon. Welcome to Western School District.
The Jackson Area Transportation Authority's Ride to Wellness program is a premium and dependable ride service available to all residents of Jackson County. With a quick call to Rides to Wellness, you or a loved one can be picked up at home by a friendly, professionally trained driver and taken to and from doctor's appointments, the pharmacy, or any other wellness activity. Customer service is the #1 priority for Rides to Wellness. Give us a call or check out the JATA website for more information on Rides to Wellness.
Welcome back to beautiful downtown Albion. Just down the street from Foundry Bakehouse and Deli is Superior Street Mercantile, a 2,500 square foot store that offers over 100 Michigan-based brands, including a dozen from the greater Albion community. Superior Street Mercantile fills the largest void in the downtown, taking up 2 storefronts of a building that dates back to 1884. To tell us more about this unique store is General Manager Joe Verbecki. Joe, what's up, buddy?
Oh, thanks for coming.
Dude, thank you so much,
you
man,
bet.
for having us.
I hear you just at the bakery?
Yes, we were at the Foundry and hooked up all kinds of incredible food, of course. This is not just a regular typical market. Joe, this place is beautiful.
Thank you, thank
Dude,
you. Yeah, we
but
put a lot of work into it.
It looks like you offer a little bit of everything, and I want you to tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. So, you know, like right as you walk in the front door, we've got fresh produce, actually different sorts of breads from the bakery.
Oh, yeah.
So those come down a couple times a week. I mean, those are a huge seller for us.
So awesome.
You know, and then we've got, I mean, just sort of like a general grocery section.
Yeah.
Where we really pride ourselves in having like, you know, a little bit more of expanded wine selection. You know, we do samples, you know, to highlight some of the different stuff that we have, you know, not just grocery store wines,
right?
You know, and
right.
obviously we've got, you know, we have a liquor license that came with the building, so we've got all kinds of that.
Yep.
And we really try to feature a lot of Michigan products. You know?
I've noticed.
So
I've
I mean,
noticed.
I think I was making a list today in preparation for this. We must have almost 100 different Michigan brands.
Oh, it's so
you know?
awesome.